What if your anxiety isn't really anxiety at all? What if your depression was never depression? What if everything you've been told about your mind is not even true? For millions of women over 35, that is the reality. They're not broken. They're not lazy. They're not damaged. They're not too emotional. They're not even hormonal. They are simply misunderstood, misdiagnosed, or not diagnosed at all. You see, ADHD in women looks different. It doesn't show up as hyperactivity. It can look like disorganization, forgetfulness, overwhelm. It can look like constantly losing your keys, reading the same line over and over again and not absorbing a word. And here's the truth. Women are experts at hiding it. We mask, we cope, we stay quiet, we compensate. Because from a young age, we're told to behave, to focus, to try harder, to pull ourselves together, to get over it. And so we internalize that pressure and we blame ourselves. By the time we reach our 30s or 40s or 50s, that internal pressure can feel like a breakdown. But it's not a breakdown, it's a breakthrough trying to happen. I've worked with thousands of women who were told they were anxious, they were depressed, they weren't coping, they needed medication, they had a diagnosis. And when you have a diagnosis, you tend to turn into it. But when we used RTT, rapid transformation, we discovered something deeper, not a disorder, a belief that said, I can't cope. I'm overwhelmed. I'm not enough. This is too much. I'm not good enough. I'm not worthy enough. And the moment we uncovered that belief, we could change it. RTT is not about managing symptoms. It's about uncovering the root cause. And the root cause is always a belief. The belief that you're broken. The belief that you're damaged. The belief that you're too much or not enough. The belief that you need external help. And none of that is true. So if you've ever felt lost in a fog of misdiagnosis, if you don't want to take medication, if you've ever wondered why these treatments don't work, why the medication just numbs you but it doesn't heal you, why no one seems to be asking what happened to you. See, it's not what's wrong with you, it's what happened to you. Then I want you to know you're not broken. You don't even need fixing. You might have had some broken experiences, but there's a better way. If you've been told you're anxious, scattered, hormonal, too much, not enough, can't cope, it's time to look deeper. In a belief, we connect you with world-class RTT therapists I've trained personally, therapists who don't treat your symptoms. They treat what I call what lies beneath. What's really going on, they deal with what we call unfinished business. So book your free discovery call today and discover what's possible when you finally understand your mind. You don't medicate it, you understand it, and it becomes your best friend, your most amazing ally. When I was in London, I met someone called Cara who was on my course, and she had OCD. She was cleaning her teeth 30 times a day to a particular pattern. If she got it wrong, she had to start again and again. She was showering in a certain way, and it was ruining her life. I did one session with her, and we went back to a very disorganized childhood. The mother had multiple children, multiple partners, and it was chaos. And Cara's little girl thought about something. If I can control out there, it makes up for the fact that I can't control in here. So the OCD was nothing more than if I make out there perfect, I can forget that I'm not controlling in here. And when we controlled in here and said, Cara, you're not that little girl. You did live in chaos. And a child will always take ownership of a problem. Look at this chaotic life. As an adult, she said, I don't have to fix that. It's not my life. It's not me. And in one session, she was free of OCD forever. And even here's another story. I met a very eminent psychiatrist who said, since COVID, I'm working with OCD. And you know what? In 40 sessions in just 10 months, I can help my clients. I didn't tell him I did it in one session. Here's another story I love. A doctor sent me someone who said, I can't cope. I can't cope with life. And she told me that her mother's favorite word is I can't cope. The mother couldn't cope with a packet of potato chips being opened. The mother hated smells and sounds and light. They never went to a store. They never went on holiday. They never went to the cinema. And she said, I'm just like my mother. I can't cope. I've taken Prozac, it just makes me numb, what I call dead below the head. What can I do? And I said, I want you to say every day, I have phenomenal coping skills. Every day you're going to say it over and over again. And next week you're going to say, I have enviable coping skills. And the week after that, I have incredible coping skills. And I want you to add, and I'm nothing like my mother. You see, this lady didn't know that not only did she have coping skills, she could also learn to acquire even more coping skills. She said, you know what's amazing is after 3 weeks, I'm having sex with my husband again. And guess what happened? My daughter said to me, Mummy, you're not a shouty mummy anymore. So I don't know when I changed, but I know one thing. Saying I have phenomenal, extraordinary, enviable, incredible coping skills over and over again sent a different message to my brain. It's changed my entire life. Imagine if you could do that with a client. And you know what? You can. We can show you how. It's powerful, it's rapid, and it works.